That's because we're sinking. That was a joke, an answer to something that I mentioned, was having the ability to be able to listen to the calmness of the water in the lagoon side of this island, and not too far away hear the crashing waves of the ocean. Just a unique experience, and something to hear is not something you can hear in many places around the world. I've enjoyed a lot of different things about Tuvalu, but global warming, rising sea levels, climate change, those are all major reasons of why I'm even here in Tuvalu. I've had several conversations with different people, and just to hear the responses and have perspective besides the visuals is definitely heartbreaking. Like I never experienced in my travels. It's one thing to ride around and walk around an atoll and see the amount of land to live on here, and to see how just the smallest things can affect the land beneath you. The people here have seen storms, and each one packing more of a powerful punch than the last. Islands have disappeared, islands have washed away. Islands have been erased from the face of the planet. Today, touring around the lagoon, there's one island I was walking on, and the vegetation was completely wiped out by Cyclone Pam a few years ago. And now there is new vegetation, but it shows how much a storm can really have an effect on these islands. Some islands across Tuvalu, I've read, have been completely erased off the face of the planet. There are many non-believers in the world, but Tuvalu sets an example of how real climate change is, how real rising sea levels are, and how powerful storms are becoming, and what they can do to such a small landmass, and what they can do to people's lives who actually live on these islands. I don't know what to call myself. I guess I'm a continental, a person of a major continent, and it's very easy for people like me on these landmasses to completely dismiss that the realities of these islands. I think it's important to spend the money that may need to be spent to journey across oceans and land, to be able to visit and have the opportunity to visit some of these islands in this part of the world and understand better the truth and the perspective to be gained in seeing what climate change does. And for me, being here, I can say that climate change is real, especially standing and walking on one of these islands that used to be one thing and now it's completely different. I spoke to one couple and I asked them if they noticed any change. They said the coast and shoreline is definitely not the same as it was 10, 20 years ago. The reliability on resources changes. Resources become even more limited, being more dependent on imported goods. The way of life on these islands is constantly changing and becoming harder and harder. And for what to expect in the next 20, 30, 50, 100 years? I don't know. Future for Tuvalu and some of these islands here in the Pacific, they don't look too bright. I didn't have much time here because of my budget and because of ongoing plans to different countries like Nauru, which requires a bit of a plan due to their visa. I must say that I've spent a lot of money and I've put in a lot of work to come here. But to gain the perspective I've gained, to experience the culture I've experienced, to meet the people I've met, is absolutely worth every single cent and every single effort I made to come here. Absolutely worth it.